going to make some healthier chocolate crackles for Easter. So we thought that might be helpful because chocolate crackles, at least for me, super nostalgic.
But also fun for the kids to get in and help out with, so really cool. But the healthier version, because obviously traditional chocolate crackles can be like full of sugar and whatnot. So we're going to do our version, and we're going to give you some swaps.
Yeah, all the way through, because this one's really versatile.
Oh, versatile. Another versatile. Gee.
All right, so just for a little bit of extra protein and some added nutrients like our magnesium and iron, we've got some puffed quinoa. You can use whatever puffed, anything that you can get your hands on. Puffed brown rice is really accessible. Puffed buckwheat, you could just use buckwheat groats. You could use granola, any sort of muesli that you like. It's really just a base that sticks things together. It can be really good for lunch boxes or gifts.
It's basically just to hold the chocolate.
Yeah. It's to add some texture to the chocolate.
So, fun fact, quinoa is not a grain, it's actually a seed.
Yes. Yeah, correct, Armando.
I mean, did you know? Are you a naturopath? Oh my God. Okay, so let's get going.
So we've got 4 cups of that, 4 cups of whatever you decide to use. We've got 3 in there. We might measure out our last one. You could even use a mix, whatever you've got left over in the cupboard.
And if we look slightly shiny right now, it's because we've had to turn off the air conditioning where we are filming at the moment because our quinoa was flying away, which was fun. It's so light and fluffy, and and then also cacao was going everywhere, so it was just,
It's like beanbag beans going everywhere and cacao coughs for everyone, which is just a great time.
I'm okay with cacao in my lungs though, like delicious.
This one's also a good one, whether you're looking for something slightly healthier than regular chocolate eggs or just a gift that's handmade and a bit lovely. But if you've got any sort of intolerances or your kids have some intolerances or sensitivities, you can adapt it to anything. So if there's a lactose intolerance or a milk protein, or even if they're a bit sensitive to salicylates, or it could be just that they're a bit sensitive to the caffeine in cocoa. So we're using cacao powder today, but you could change that for carob powder if that's a bit better for you.
Yeah, and you can also add different flavors. So cinnamon, ginger, chili for those that like a chili. You could put almost anything in. Yeah,
awesome. So we're just going to pop everything in. So we've got 1/4 cup of cacao, or whatever you decide to use. 1/2 cup of maple syrup. You can use whatever sweetener you like.
And as per usual, all the recipe is in detail on the website.
Yes.
So
we today have used cacao butter. It's a little bit luxurious. It's available everywhere, but it can be a bit pricey. LD often have some good sales on, so keep an eye on that if you want to use that. The reason we're using it this time is it's a little bit more shelf stable, especially if the weather's hanging around and being a little bit more warmer, or if you're going to give it as a gift, it can stay out a bit longer, but absolutely perfect to use a swap for coconut oil.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more heat to make it melt, and so you can have them out on a plate on a warmer day and they won't just completely fall apart. Where coconut oil, no chance.
It'll just
you have to keep that in the fridge and eat munja straight away.
Spoon.
But the smell of cacao butter is just divine. It's like beautiful. So there's also that.
So we've got a cup of that melted. So we'll mix that in as well.
We melted it in the microwave today, and that was more a convenience thing. But you can do like a bain marie over. So you make a bain marie with a pot of boiling water with, whoa, that's quinoa everywhere. A bain marie with some boiling water and a bowl that doesn't touch the water, and you just slowly bring the heat up and allow it to melt through like that.
We're adding a little bit more protein in today and a bit more flavour and just a little bit more deliciousness with some peanut butter. You can add in any other butter that you like. It's just for flavour. It's not necessary for the construction of the
Yeah.
crackle. But
If you have a nut allergy, tahini is a good replacement, or seed butters like pepita butter as well.
That's a good one.
So, yes, you can also add in extra flavors, like you can do dried fruits, so currants or blueberries or anything like that. If you are trying to be mindful of sugar content, or you could do some dates that you've blitzed down, soaked in some water and blitzed down and make that through. That'll make it more like caramelly, and you can make almost like a faux salted caramel flavour.
Yeah. And you could, if you're doing that, you're getting the extra sugar from the dates, but also that texture to hold it together. So you could reduce the amount of syrup that you're using as well.
Yeah. But if you don't want dried fruit, because let's face it, dried fruit is essentially just like little sugar bombs. They're little lollies. And that's because all the moisture has been taken out and they're just condensed down. And it's just the sugar and the fibre that's left. So if you're kind of trying to avoid that side of things, then you can use like freeze-dried fruits because they tend to be more sugar stable.
So we're going to put some in our patty pans. But just to show you, we're also going to make some into just a slice. So it's really versatile.
Versatile is the word of the
So you can pop it in the fridge and slice it up into just little slices. They look kind of cute too if you're giving it as a gift.
Yeah, and you can layer it as well. So this could be the base, and then you could do like the date mixture over the top of that, and then a little bit of melted dark chocolate over the top, and that could be like a Mars bar slice.
You could make like a cheesecake.
Ooh.
Like do it as a cheesecake base, and then
so many deliciousness. Give us a shout out on what you would put in, or if you try this at home, how did you do it, and what
combo?
Yeah, what combos?
So we'll finish dishing this out, and then we're going to pop it in the fridge just to set it up a little bit. It shouldn't take too long because the cacao butter will go back to solid in the low temperatures anyway. And then we're going to eat it.
And we could have a quinoa fight. That was such a mum face.
That's because 20 just went down my top.